Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Good to see everyone joining tonight. Hello, hello. Good evening, Nikki. Good to see everyone. Hello, hello. Looks like some of you have been on my lives before. If you haven't been on a live before, you put the name of the person you want read in the comments. We'll go back and forth. My moderator will choose someone, and then I choose someone that's just spirit-led. Let's see what's going on here.
Alana's looking for Brother Samuel.
Lana's looking for her brother Samuel. Samuel. Okay, so Lana, if you're on here, or listen up. I know you're on here. I just saw your name come through. But listen for the description and confirm or deny. If it's not your spirit, then say so. We will just make sure we find who the spirit belongs to. So real quick, I'm about to read Lana, try to pull up Samuel. So if you are chosen, make sure you listen to the description. Just because I try to call up a spirit doesn't mean that's the one I get. And we will go from there. I know it looks like some of you already know me. Good for you. I never go live this late, hardly. So good to see some of my regulars on here. And welcome to the new people. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so for Samuel, I'm getting a young man who was on the thin side. He just had a beautiful spirit and smile. He did do some self-medicating. So if you're on here, please.
Yes, that's him immediately. Him.
Oh, very good. Very good. Please do not use my page for your own advertisement. I appreciate that. It's just common courtesy. All right. So, Miss Alana, he is just, oh my goodness, this boy has such a sweet soul. And very few people really knew him, but you and him were tight. He is saying that you just knew everything about him. You knew him better than he knew himself. And were you outside recently and you had I don't know if it was a bee, but it was something buzzing you?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Very good. So that's just a sign that he is around you. And when spirits come through with things like that, thank you. Those are Wayfair. That's just a sign spirit is around you. They want you to know, your spirits want you to know and recognize that they are around you and that they love you and they have not left you behind. Also, your brother is saying, know that I am okay. I made it to the other side okay, and I am at peace. He says peace that he never found here on earth, which tells me he had it's hard to find peace on this earth, and especially right now. And he is very much talking about he knows that y'all are still honoring him, and he knows that y'all are still talking about him and keeping his memory alive. He is.
Yes, I've seen that, and I understand. I get it.
Very good. Thank you. You're doing a good job of confirming this information. I appreciate that. Makes the lives go a lot faster and move them right along when you can confirm pretty quickly. So
I always will keep his memory alive.
He appreciates that. He said, I'll be waiting for you on the other side, but it's been a long time. Have a good one. He is talking about, when he said have a good one, he just made me, thank you, made me feel like you need to experience more joy. And I'm not going to show you on camera. Do you need something?
I was seeing while you were talking to yourself.
My daughter just came up to see when I was talking to myself. Didn't realize that I was on a live. She's just had mouth surgery, and some of y'all sent messages hope for her to have a fast recovery, and I do appreciate that. So Thank you so much, Lana, for letting me read your brother. You did an excellent job. He did a great job coming through with his information. And please know he's repeating that he's at peace. So know that he is at peace and he has mad love for you. Mad love for you as a sister. All right. Thank you so much. So let's see who we have coming up next. Okay, so I have a gentleman stepping up, and he has a husband energy, so I feel like his wife must be on here. I'm here. Is this Harry, Larry, Gary? I'm hearing an airy name. It's like Harry, Larry, Gary, something like that. He's showing me light brown hair. Hello. Someone said they're new here. Welcome. So, oh my goodness, sweet honey. In the name of Jesus, Father, please protect. Oh my goodness. Please know that Jesus was about love and not judgment. And you're never going to bring people to Jesus by throwing the Bible at them. So just know, if you want to preach and if you want to spread the name of Jesus, do it in love. Jesus is about complete and utter love. Okay, so I am bringing up my husband energy. His name is a Harry, Larry, Gary, something like that. He has brown hair. He's letting me know that though he had an illness, he also died suddenly. So that's typically, I get that feeling when someone was ill and they were expected to live longer than they did, but all of a sudden they passed quickly. This gentleman, when he was in his prime before he got sick, he really liked to have a good time. He was a social butterfly, never met a stranger, was just sweet. I make notes as I'm reading if y'all see me looking down. That's one of them. Okay, does this gentleman sound familiar to anyone? If he does, please put a yes in the comments. I'm hearing it's a husband energy. Can you go over it all again? I just joined. Of course I can, honey. So it is, hi, hello everyone. Welcome. So I have a husband energy. I'm hearing an airy name like Gary, Larry, Harry. And he has light brown hair. He died from an illness, but it went suddenly there at the end. He was expected to make it longer, and he didn't. He was in his prime. He was a social butterfly. He's also talking about that a lot of people came to his funeral, a lot more than he expected. And he was just going about living his life. He had no idea he was making such an impact on other people. It could be an uncle. Does he sound familiar to anyone on here? One more go around and then we're going to let him go and we're going to pull up someone else.
I am new and yes. Does that mean yes, everything fits?
Does that mean yes, everything fits? Someone said it was their father, Jerry. Is that who you're talking about?
No, Sarah Lovebug.
Sarah who?
Tara Lovebug.
Tara Lovebug.
Said I'm new here and yes.
She said she's new here and yes.
So I don't know if the yes was for and she said yes again. Okay,
sounds like we have your loved one here. This gentleman is talking about, did you get the message about the phone thing? I did. I'll address that in just a second. Let me finish this. Okay. He is talking about this gentleman loved. Hello, I see you're new here. Welcome. So if you're new here, right now I just pulled up a spirit that has been claimed, but then my moderator will pull the next spirit. This gentleman absolutely loved summer, and so he is truly missed during the summer. And he is talking about that somebody recently went swimming. There was a group of family that recently went swimming. He wants y'all to know that he was there, and he just loved the laughter that was going on. This man loved to laugh, and he loves to hear people laughing. And there, he is still talked about. And
suddenly, but he was suffering from kidney failure for years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Same person?
Yes.
Okay. He is talking about that he loves to hear your laughter, because he's talking a lot about laughter, that there was a family get-together, some friends of his getting together, and
Yes.
he just loved to laugh, loved the joy in life. This man did a really good job. Yes, he had stresses. Yes, he took life seriously, but not so seriously he ever forgot to laugh. And he wants you to know that he wants you to do the same. He's like, if you want to honor me with the love, honor me by laughing. And I hear that from Spirit so much, that they want us to experience joy. They want us to come through with joy. And that's all there really is over here, they're saying. Your dad is saying, remember the love and remember the joy. Do you have a picture of him hanging somewhere that you look, but it was one when he was younger. He's talking about there's a picture that you have of him, but it's when he's younger. And he's like, I appreciate you remember me when I was younger. Not the old fart I was when I died, which he was not really old when he died. He was not at all. But he's very much talking about he appreciates you honoring him and remembering him when he was younger. Don't we all want to be remembered younger? He's like, I was a handsome dude. So very good. Thank you so much for letting me read your dad. You did a good job of confirming the information. He did a great job of bringing it through. And so someone said, did I get the message about the phone? I did. And I kept thinking you were on my list of messages to return. So I'm trying to think back to, okay, so I had done a live the other day, and I was reading someone talking about, there was a glitch. Oh, she needed a new phone. That's what it was. She needed a new phone. And the message back to you was kind of lengthy. That's the reason I didn't have time to get back to it. So typically when spirits come through and they talk about glitches in phones or in electronics, they're taking responsibility for it. But so why your spirit did not take responsibility for the glitch in the phone, because she's not causing the glitch in the phone, but that was her proof that she is around you. For anyone who has ever seen me read, if you've seen me on lives or if you've come to me personally, you know I don't let spirits just say I'm around you. They have to prove it. So that was your grandmother's way of proving that she was around you, that she's been seeing your phone glitch. She's also making it quite clear that she is not taking responsibility for it. She did not cause that glitch. So if your phone is still under warranty, I'd go get it checked out.
Jeep Gal 24. Her name is Brittany. She was looking for her mom, Dixie. And it appears that she has a lot of people in spirit.
All right, Miss Brittany. Jeep Gal, Miss Brittany. Your mom, Dixie. Okay, so I've already said something one time. This is the last time I'm going to say it. Please don't use my page for your own advertisement.
Who's it?
Someone says, come check out my page if you like Taylor Swift or something like that. Yeah. So, yeah, don't use my page for your advertisement. I appreciate it. It's just common courtesy. All right, so Miss Brittany, when I was calling Dixie, I was hearing, like, this lady stepped up. For one thing, she had a very specific cologne and smell that she wore all the time. She also had really liked to have her makeup done. She liked to look nice. And she loved to shop deals, she letting me know. When she went shopping, she was all about, I can see her heading straight to the sales rack. So she liked to look nice, but she also liked to get to the deals. And I'm very much seeing her putting lipstick on. So she was about, how does this work? Are you live right now? I am live right now, honey. I am. So Miss Brittany, if this is your mom, confirm or deny. When I try to call up your spirit, I ask you to confirm the information, just because.
The same perfume forever.
Yes, the same perfume forever. Okay. Let me finish reading your, I'm going to come right back. She was a shopping queen. I know she was. She could find all the good deals. She's making me like this. She could ferret out those deals. She knew exactly who was having the sales when. I needed your mom on my side. A couple of things. I want to answer a couple of questions real quick, and then I'm going to finish reading your mom, Miss Brittany. Someone asked, how do you get a reading? You can only book readings on my... She never left the house without lipstick. You know, I kid y'all not. I was leaving the house the other day with my husband in his truck. I always have lipstick in my vehicle, but we're in his truck, and somehow I ended up with no lipstick in my purse. So he had to back up the street. I'm digging. It's like, oh no, I don't have any lipstick. I didn't even say anything, except I have no Okay, I see someone on here saying I have a reading with you this weekend with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm closed up this weekend. So is it next weekend? Because this weekend that starts tomorrow, I'm not doing any readings. I took the weekend off for the 4th. So is it next weekend you're talking about? I am working that weekend. Anyway, my husband backed up to get me lipstick. I will never, ever direct message someone for a reading, so please do not send them any money. You can only book at Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. Okay, so make sure whoever said that about the reading, we firm it up. We want to make sure we get our schedules together. Okay, so Brittany, your mom is talking about just how much you honor her. You are always talking about her still. You are always talking about, my mama said this, my mama said that, my mama would.
Next weekend.
Okay, very good. It's next weekend. Thank you. I was worried. You know, that's my great fear that something's going to mess up on my calendar. So thank you for confirming that. And she loves that you are always saying, my mama said, my mama did. Also, you have some jewelry of hers. Thank you. She's confirming that you have some jewelry of hers that still has her energy in it. And so if you ever want to feel closer to your mom, make sure you touch that jewelry, you pull that jewelry. It's called psychometry. Whenever you go and you buy an antique or someone had a piece of, I know, honey, I can feel how much you miss her. And she says that she's around you all the time, and turn the music down in your car, that you're going to hurt your ears. My moderator picks people out of the live, and then I will pull one that is spirit led. Then my moderator pulls one, and I pull one that is spirit led. So if you ever want to feel close to your mama, Miss Brittany, hold her jewelry that has energy in it. It's called psychometry, and turn your music down. Don't be hurting your ears, your mama said. Don't be hurting your ears, young lady. All right. Thank you, Miss Brittany, for letting me read your mama. She's a gem. She's very sweet. Okay, so who we got stepping up here? I don't know why. Every time I ask to, not every time, but a lot of times lately. So every time I ask someone to step up, it's someone that has had their life taken from them. Oh, and if the person that sent me that message, because I was trying to read someone the other day, and that person was never claimed, and someone sent me an article afterwards that matched up who I was reading perfectly, and I appreciate that. It was someone who had never been found. I don't know if y'all remember that. I pulled up a spirit, and he was talking about his body had never been found, and so someone sent me an article about it. Thank you for doing that. You're welcome, Miss Jeep Gal. You're so very welcome. Okay. So someone said they were new here. I am just doing free readings. You put who you want read in the comments, because there's energy connected to names. And my moderator pulls someone, and then I pull someone. Right now I'm about to pull someone up, and this is a... Who's going to win out? Okay. I have a young lady here. I'm hearing, okay, we're going to circle back to her name. This lady, her life was taken from her, and she didn't have anything to do with it. Her life was taken from her. She was a victim of domestic violence, and she had broken up with her person, and he had stalked her, she's saying, and then ended up taking her life in that process. She has blonde hair, and it was kind of long, and she would pull it back. I don't think she was. She's calling herself heavier set. I don't feel like she was, but I'm going to go with what she says. She says, okay, then I was fluffy. She's joking with me because a lot of times I will say people are fluffy if they, we all get a little fluffy as we get older, but she said she had no excuse. She was younger. She was in her 20s. I'm hearing 24, actually. Okay, so we have a young lady. She was 24. She had blonde hair it was longer, and she frequently pulled it back in a ponytail. She had left the person who ended up taking her life in the end, and then he stalked her, and she ended up passing as a victim of domestic violence. Does this fit anyone?
Can you give your speech about the please don't ask the feeding the medium thing?
Okay.
I don't think you saw them, but...
Yeah, I didn't see the questions, but my moderator is saying there's something called feeding the medium, and you don't want to ever feed the medium. And so how you feed the medium is so I've given this information about her, and then if you start asking, I don't know what questions were asked, but if you ask, what state was she from? Or was she from Kentucky? Well, now Kentucky's in my head, and I want to say yes. So that's called feeding the medium when you ask specific questions like that. And so my moderator just... Okay, I'm sorry, she started talking again. I'm hearing an A name out of her, like Amber, Ainsley, Ashley. I'm hearing an A name out of her. All right. So one last time, we'll wrap her up. My friend Summer fits, except she was thin. I'm calling her thin. Bethany, I see you said my friend Summer fits all of it, except she was thin. I think she's thin. She's calling herself fluffy. And so there you go. I'm hearing young. She was around 24. She was a victim of domestic violence. She had left her abuser, and then he had tracked her down. He had stalked her and tracked her down. I don't know if I already said this, she had blonde hair that was longer, and she pulled back. If this fits your person, and there is an A name associated with her, I'm not sure if it's her name or if it's the person on here, but I'm hearing an A name like Amber, Ainsley, Ashley. If she is yours, just put a yes in the comments, please. If not, we'll park her, and sounds like a family friend.
Nene,
Yes.
Are you saying that this person fits the description?
XO-nay, is that what you're talking about? Okay. XG?
Nene.
Oh, is it Nene?
Is her name on there?
Okay, Miss Nene. Sounds like this is you.
Ashley Marie, 23.
Oh, very good. Ashley Marie, 23.
Turning 24 the next week.
Turned 24 the next week. She did a good job with her information, didn't she? Goodness, young lady, you did a good job. Okay. It's so sad. Let me take a moment and just be sad with her for a moment. She's laughing at me. She's like, don't be sad. Be sad for the ones left behind. I hear that from spirits a lot. Like when I take a moment and I'm sad for how they passed, or they're like, be sad for my family. I'm fine. I am in heaven. So just know that she is no longer, she said, I'm no longer scared or suffering. I am at peace. I know it's hard to think of your loved one passing like this, and she is talking about her family. Her mom still does something on the anniversary of her passing every year, and that's just an acknowledgement of what's going on. Now, this is where I say free will is involved, because she wants her mom to know that she sees that going on and how much she appreciates it. But I say, please don't ever give anyone a message unless you know they believe in mediumship. I just think we have it's just an honor code to honor other people's wishes. And if they don't believe in mediumship, you don't want to just pass a message on. So that being said, if you know her mom and her mom believes in mediumship, she wants her mom to know how much she hears her mom talking to her, and she sees her mom honoring her every year around her passing. She also wants her mom to know that she is at peace. And, I'm telling you what she is saying, and I know how bitter I would feel if someone had taken my child's life like this. That being said, she's saying that she doesn't want the bitterness to eat people's lives up. She wants them to remember her with joy and love, and to do things in life and accomplish things and walk in joy and love to honor her. I say that because that is the message the Spirit is giving me. The human side of me absolutely knows as a mother how I would feel if my child had been taken like this. So I know it's a tall order that she's given to her mom and her family, but know that I hear that message a lot from Spirit, that they want us to honor them by walking in love and joy on this side. She is stepping up again and reiterating that nothing good is ever accomplished through bitterness. And yeah, I get it, but
her mom's saying, yes, Jesus loves me too. After she passed, she does it every year.
Isn't that beautiful? That's beautiful. Her mom does that every year. I love that. What a good mom she had. All right. Thank you so much for claiming your spirit. And she did a good job. She had her name, her age, how she passed. She did a really good job with her information. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you for claiming her also. But I appreciate the spirits. I really appreciate all the spirits coming here tonight. There's a whole smorgasbord of them over there.
And look for her mom, Mary Carroll.
Okay, so Miss Ann, if you're on here, please listen up. I'm about to start describing your mom, Mary Carroll. And so how this works, for those of you just joining, is just because I'm saying that I'm about to start describing Mary Carroll does not mean that's the spirit that steps up. So I always ask, you to confirm, yay or nay. So Mary Carroll stepped up, and she is just a bustling ball of energy. She is also, okay, this is funny, and I'm sorry, your mom's being funny. She's talking about her big bottom, and she is always in the kitchen cooking. That was her way of showing love, was to cook for people. She's saying, come on in, come on in. She never met a stranger, to the point she feels like she was in.
She said that's hilarious.
Yeah, I know. She's funny. She also never met a stranger, to the point where you could kind of be embarrassed. You would take her to a store and she would just be talking to anyone, and you'd be like, Mom, who was that? Oh, I don't know. I was just talking to him.
Yes.
And she just, oh my goodness, a lovely lady. And she's talking about that you didn't judge her. She's joking that you would tell me not to talk to people all the time, but now you have kind of got the same gift for Gab, Ann, that you will just start talking to people randomly, and that she sees that. She's also talking about that you... It's so true. It is. I know. And your mom wouldn't lie to me. I'm teasing. Your mom is also saying that you have a gift of holding space for people. Now, when you hold space for people, that's a type of light worker, and when you hold space for people, you give people the right, the grace to be their authentic selves around you, and they can feel there's no judgment. So that's why you have people that will just start talking to you, that will start sharing their life story with you, and you're kind of thinking, oh my goodness, I don't even know this person, tell me their life story. That is a sign you are a type of light worker that holds space for people. because they just feel instant love from you. And thank you for being on this planet right now. We can use all the light workers we can get to raise this vibration. And your mom's like, that's my baby. That's my baby. She's also talking about that you have, she was showing me something with handwriting on it. Hold on, let me grab it. It looks like it is recipes. It's either recipes or a recipe book with her handwriting in it. But she's showing me that you have the recipes, and it's either cards or a book with her handwriting. And I can see that they were well loved, and some of the best recipes that she would use all the time, they're all stained from them being in the kitchen and her using them all the time. So just know that that's a sign that she sees what's going on. She sees you pulling those out every once in a while and looking at those. And someone, she's showing me someone has been named after her. Someone has part of her name. So that tells me that this person was born after she left, and she wants y'all to know that she knows that baby was born. She says, I knew that baby before y'all knew that baby. So thank you, Miss Ann, for letting me read your mom. You did a great job grabbing the information. Your mom did a great job giving me the confirming information. The spirits are on it tonight, let me tell you. They are doing well. Okay.
Her niece.
Oh, your niece was the one that had part of her name. Very good.
True.
Thank you so much for confirming that for me. Your mom did a good job. Okay, a couple of things. Let's see. I will never direct message you for a reading. They can only be booked at my website. I know after I get off lives, a lot of times, some of the people on my lives are stalked. Don't fall for it. Do not direct message anyone, any money, only on my website. I do have an event coming up July 12th. It's a gallery reading, and it's a Zoom event. And the tickets are $25 for it. The benefit of having a... someone just added me as you. Isn't that funny? And here we are on the live, and I'm saying, yeah, nope. I have the one account. I don't know how many followers I have, around 26,000 or something, so that's my only account. I do have a gallery event coming up July 12th. The tickets for that are $25, and you just have a better chance of getting a reading because I'm limiting the number of people, and you can find that on my website also, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. Okay. Is it my turn?
It is.
Okay. I have a dad energy stepping up, and he liked motorcycles, this gentleman did. He's showing me a picture of him. So there is a picture of him, and in this picture he's standing by an older car. He has his arm up on the car, and he has shades on. And the picture looks like it was taken in the 70s, maybe early 80s. So think about that. It's a picture of him near a car with his arm on it. It was taken in the late 70s, early 80s. He liked motorcycles. You know, this is a dad energy, but I feel like he's giving me...
Can you tell him that at Ken J is your moderator?
At Ken J is my moderator, someone asked. At Ken J is my moderator, a.k.a. my husband.
Because I'm posting a lot.
Okay. Are you...
Wilkerson.
Pat Wilkerson, 2004. All right. You know, he is talking, your dad was like I was about to say good old country boy, and I don't know that he was that country, but he has that feel to him, someone who is just very good old boy, lots of integrity, lived up to his word. He had a great...
Uncle? She said uncle.
Oh, your uncle? Someone here, Galladay 4, says my dad had a motorcycle and a picture like that next to his truck. Okay, it looks like we're down between this person and Galladay 4. I'm just going to start going into the message, and we'll see if the message breaks it down, so y'all can decide as I'm giving the message which one it belongs to. This person is telling me that they were just a good old boy. They had a lot of integrity, and you could buy a house from this guy on a handshake. It was important to him to live up to his word. And he's saying that his kids are the same way. Actually, he's talking about a daughter. His daughter is that way. I think we're with Galladay here.
Galladay is consistently.
Yeah, I think we're with Galladay. And he's talking about Galladay. Have you recently been outside? Like you were outside weeding or something, and you were like sweating your rear end off.
Her name is Tabitha.
Miss Tabitha. You were outside working. You were working in the yard, and you were just completely sweating your rear end off. And he's making me feel like that you were trying to.
That was on my plant that he gave me.
Okay. You were trying to get things together, and you were trying to. There's a project you're working on, and it's one of those that you're working a little bit, taking a break, and working a little bit and taking a break. And when Spirit steps forward and says things like that, it's because they want you to know they're around you. Something I wouldn't know. I don't let spirits just say, I'm around them, I'm around them. I say, prove it. And so that's your dad's way of proving that he is around you. You know, he is talking about, Tabitha, that you are a hard worker. And you just keep going. And he very much appreciates that you get the job done right. That was also important to your dad, to make sure if you take the time and energy to do something, you do it right. And he's talking about how much he appreciates that. How much he appreciates that you have taken his integrity and up to the ante, he said, which I don't know about that, because your dad was pretty dadgum good. I can tap into him, feel he was a pretty good soul. But anyway, your dad's view is saying that you took his integrity and upped the ante on it. And you make him proud by doing that. You honor his name, and you have made him proud just in the way that you do your work and how much integrity you walk through this earth with. I appreciate it too, because as I've been saying tonight, we know the light workers we can get, and just the fact that you walk with so much integrity and that you love to do the right thing tells me that you are a light worker. Okay. Is it my turn or your turn? What? Your turn?
Amanda and Dad, Antonio.
Okay, so Amanda, listen up. We'll see if this is your dad, Antonio. Hello, everyone. In between readings, let me just, is this spirit led? It's spirit led. I'm not, of course, you're always welcome to send me money on here. Not direct messaging, but however people do it. Do not direct message anyone any money in my name. Don't do it. But they're spirit led. If you want to book a reading with me, that's it. Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. People are just that are just joining us. Hi, Tennessee in the house. So you put the name of the person you want read in the comments. My moderator chooses someone, and then I choose someone. And now I'm about to describe Antonio for Amanda. Please confirm or deny. Just because I think I have Antonio doesn't mean I do. This gentleman is telling me that he is presenting younger than what he passed, and he's telling me he looked good. So your dad, Miss Amanda, I think it's funny when dads present like this, because I don't know if you can recognize that your dad was good looking when he was younger. He's also very charming. Mr. Antonio, when I called, so he showed me he was good looking, that he was very charming. He had dark hair. And he's showing me that he was frequently confused for being a different nationality, like Puerto Rican, something like that. But that was not the case. He's also showing me that...
She said yes.
She said yes?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And, you know, I was about to say, the next thing I was about to say for confirmation on him, he's showing me him coughing. Like, do you remember him having a cough at the end of his life? He's really making me want to have a cough. He is talking about that towards the end of his life, people came to visit him and how much he appreciated people, hello, Tennessee,
She said yes again.
not waiting until... Your dad, okay. These are your dad's words, Amanda's. I'm not saying this. He said, I liked them coming and seeing me and not wait until I was dead and gone. That's your dad. So that tells me that your dad was, didn't mince words very much. He said what he meant and meant what he said. And he had a great love for family. He's also surprised at how many people called him and checked on him.
His
And
mom came from Panama.
Panama, okay. Very good. Thank you for confirming that. And that makes sense that not very many people knew, because you don't typically think of someone just coming from Panama. And so that was good information on him, that he was saying, people always used to confuse me coming from Puerto Rico or something, but I didn't. He didn't, and he is a little flirt, your dad is. Okay, so he is talking about that he is so happy that the family is still getting together, and that you are very good, Amanda, about not just keeping your family together, not just making sure you're checking up on family, but you have friends that you have adopted as family. And your dad is very much appreciating that and saying how proud he is of you, that you really look at people's hearts, and that determines to you if they're family or not. He was someone who very much believed that it takes more than just blood to make family. You have a good friend that you've been friends with for a long time. And he's saying how much he appreciates that you have that person to depend on, and that person can depend on you. And y'all are tight. And your dad is so proud of y'all for making it through a bunch of crap together. Because he shows me you and this friend have had ups and downs, but you have come out on the other side of it closer than ever. So just know that your dad appreciates that in you. Also, he's showing me that in your car, when you have something hanging from your rear view mirror, that in itself is not unusual. What he's showing me is that sometimes that thing hanging from your rearview mirror will start spinning, and it shouldn't be spinning. It will be spinning when you're not moving the car. You'll be stopped at a red light, or you will just
Yes,
be...
we're always been close.
And so just know that that is your dad making that thing move. And you've noticed it. Whatever that is hanging down, you'll think, I'm sitting still. Why is that moving? Or it'll be moving in the opposite direction than it should. So just know that that is your mom, your dad, letting you know he is around you. Because once again, I'm sure y'all heard me say it a million times, I don't let spirits just say, oh, tell them I'm around them. They have to prove it. So your spirits, when you come to me for a reading, they will always...
Yes, his picture and... Yes, his picture, and on the other side is him and my mom.
Aw, that's so sweet. He says your mom is still beautiful. All right. That was you? Okay. I'm hearing Aunt Linda. Instantly, I have a lady stepping up, and I'm hearing an Aunt Linda. Do I have to ask my spirits to step up, or I just want to answer this question real quick. It happened to pop out at me, okay. So it's according. You said, do I have to ask my spirit to step up, or do they know I want them to? really they know you want them to. So if you come to me for a one-on-one reading, how it works is spirits just line up in my office, and then I have what I call, back in the corner is where the star attraction. Yes, and you can ask as well. I have where the star attraction stands, and so the person that you really, really want to talk to usually steps up halfway in the reading or towards the end, so that we have time to get through the other spirits. That's if you come for an hour reading. If you come for a quick 30-minute one, it might work a little bit differently. They know you want them, but you have to think about its energy. And so if you are pulling your spirit closer with energy, it does make them easier to connect with, and it does make the reading more clear. Just because everything is energy, and if you're pulling them close with your energy, it just makes them easier to connect with. Okay, so now this Aunt Linda stepping up, also, she liked to play piano. She loved music, and I'm seeing her at a piano. She was very classy and very well put together. She always had, not only did she have her makeup done well, she also took good care of her skin. She's someone who I see kind of shying away from the sun. She wanted to make sure she took really good care of her skin. She was from the South, she's letting me know. She had a little bit of a accent, but it was that beautiful drawl. It wasn't like a country Southern accent. It was more of just that beautiful Southern drawl. All right, so I will reiterate this and just put yes in the comments if they belong to you. I have an aunt. I'm hearing Aunt Linda. She loved music. I see her sitting in front of a piano. Very classy lady. She went to the yes. I love that name. Rachel. Okay, I just have to say it one time. Wrong biatch. Okay, Miss Rachel. Here we go. That's very pretty. She's like, Lord have mercy. So your aunt is laughing herself over your name. Like, she's someone who is so classy, she would not have said something like that, but she thinks it's funny you are, and she's like, oh, Lord have mercy, that child, and what we're going to do with her. I love that she is doing that. You know, she is showing me, have you recently... Is that goulash or spaghetti? You've recently made something that looks like a goulash or a spaghetti, something like that. When spirits talk about, again, something like that you have made, it's just confirmation that they are around you. But she's also making me feel like this is something that is, yes. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that. It's something that is just kind of made in your family. And she's also telling you, Rachel, that you are way too busy. And she says, I understand she's at a busy time in her life, but you really need to take some time for yourself. And when she said, and I'm not talking about just going to get your nails done or having a pedicure, which, yes, those are good things to do. But she's more of talking about you taking time on a consistent basis, because she's showing me that a lot of times when you go and you have your nails done, or you go and have your toes done, that in itself, you're rushing to get it done. I see you look at my clock, like, oh my goodness, am I going to be done in time? And she's like, that's not relaxing, honey. You need to do something that is good for you, something that is feeding your soul on a consistent basis. So know that your aunt is around you, and she is concerned that you are, I'm so sorry, just a second. I saw someone pop up there and said, are my parents behaving? I normally ignore those comments because there's so many people rolling through here. I can't answer them all. But I saw on there, are my parents behaving? And I heard a cackling laugh and a man say, hell no. So, whoever it was that asked that, no, your parents are not behaving over there in heaven. They're causing a ruckus, just like they did on earth. That's what the man is saying. Okay. So, this Aunt Linda is also talking about, and I know this is hard, Rachel, but it will work. She's talking about meditation. She is saying that it would do you a lot of good to just kind of quiet yourself and do meditation. And I know a lot of people think that meditation, you have to sit for an hour. No, you don't. Meditation can be a quick 10, 12 minutes. It has been proven by Harvard scientists that 3 minutes of meditation can change the pathways in your brain. So make sure that you're taking some quiet time for yourself and you're quieting your mind and you are taking care of your energetic health as much as your physical health. Thank you so much, Miss Rachel, for confirming your aunt. She did a good job with her information. Who we got?
Misty and her sister Angela.
Misty, her little sister Angela.
Her sister Angela.
Her sister Angela. Okay, Misty, your sister Angela. Okay, so when I asked for Angela, I'm getting, make sure you're confirming or denying the information. If it doesn't fit, please don't feel bad saying, nope, that's not my spirit, and we'll just figure out who they belong to. When I said Angela, I instantly, when this girl was younger, she was a tomboy. She's letting me know. She was just outside a lot, always running, always trying to keep up with the boys, riding bikes, and those types of things. As she got older, she is confirming. How do you get tickets for July 12th? They're on my website, www.Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, and under the events section. So my website, events, and then
Misty said yes,
okay.
And Danny Bronner said she just had to know if they were still aggravating each other.
They are so aggravating each other, and they aggravate the spirit world too. Not just kidding. They're not. Okay, so someone asked about tickets for the July 12th event. That is a Zoom event I'm doing. I'm limiting the number of people that can be there, and the tickets are $25. And so no, a ticket doesn't guarantee you a reading, but the chances are certainly a lot better than being on a live. And Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, you go to events, and that's where you purchase your tickets. You couldn't find my site. Let me show you what it looks like. Hold, please. Let me show you what my site looks like. Your sister is talking about, Misty, that y'all were complete running buddies, and
Who can't find your site? I can talk to him.
I don't know. Someone on there says.
I got it. I got it.
Okay, this is what my site looks like for any of those out there looking. I think my moderator is going to put it in the comments.
I have, but I'm going to send Kristen a direct message.
Okay, Kristen, you're going to get a direct message.
Just with the website.
Just
I'm not asking for money.
Yes, Miss Kristen, you're going to get a direct message, say, with just my website. No one asking you for money. Yes, the July 12th is a group session. It's called Gallery Platform, according to what kind of, where you're at in the country. They kind of have different names for it. This gal is talking about just how much she appreciates. Did you name one of your kids after your sister? There's something about a child that has part of her name. And I want to say Angel, not Angela. I want to shorten it and say Angel. So, yeah, okay, very good. That's just a sign that she's around you and she sees what's going on. Also, she is talking about that you talk to her a lot, and she wants you to know that she hears you. She's like, I hear her talking. I try to talk back to her. So Misty, I know it's difficult to if you're not used to it, to understand what spirit voices sound like. How you can tell it's a spirit voice in your head, and this is for anyone out there. First thing I want to say is spirit is never anything but kind and loving and encouraging. So if you have a voice in your head that is telling you to hurt yourself or someone else, that is not spirit. Spirits drop in at times that you are doing something meditative, like driving, putting makeup on, cleaning, and that's when they're going to drop things in your head. Also, if you're talking to them, they will frequently interrupt. Spirits interrupt me all the time because they know what you're going to say before you finish it. So just know if you're talking to your sister and you are in the middle of a sentence and you get an interruption, that's your sister. The next step is to tap into the energy of that interruption, to tap into the energy of that drop in, because you can then start identifying the energetic vibration of whoever is dropping in. So anyone can do it. So anyone out there listening, make sure you are paying attention to that. And I do have something else you'll see on my event section when you go. I do have a intro to mediumship class coming up, and it's starting in August. And in the introduction to mediumship, we really talk about your clairs. How do you use them? How do you get information from spirit? How do you know it's spirit? How do you calm your mind enough to get spirit? And then you practice. We actually have practice sessions where you are put with someone and you get to practice things on your own and then with a partner. So Intro to Mediumship starts in August. Misty, she is also talking about that she's being funny. So she's saying, if she would stop talking long enough, she could hear me. So as I'm telling her, hi, Longview, Texas. I was born and raised in Louisiana. I'm not in Louisiana now, but I was born and raised there. So Misty, your sister is giving you a hard time. She's coming back from heaven to tease you. That you talk so much to me. She said if she would stop talking long enough, she could hear me. She's also talking about your job, Misty, that something is going on at your job. There is she's being funny. She is showing you wrapped. She dropped a picture of you in my mind, and you're wrapped in black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is a crystal you use whenever there's a lot of negative energy around you, because it will absorb the negative energy and keep it from coming at you. So that's a sign that she sees what's going on at your work, and jokingly, you need to protect yourself, girl. So just know your sister sees what's going on. And I see spirit while I do dishes, right? Yes, when you're cleaning, loading the dishwasher, unloading the dishwasher, that's a great time for spirits to drop in. It's very meditative. So thank you.
Misty said yes.
Thank you, Misty, for confirming. And your sister is cracking me up, especially this picture. You have to, now let me tell you what she just dropped into my head. It was a picture of you, and you were just encircled in all these like black tourmaline, and you're kind of walking like a robot because you're wrapped in black tourmaline. So that person you work with, send them some love. Surround them in love. Surround them in love. Push them. Surround them in love. All right. It's my turn. Was that you? Or is it my turn?
Turn.
Okay. Let's see who we got here. Okay, so I'm hearing a Papa. Papa John is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a Papa John. Papa John, he had problems breathing when he passed. He's making it feel like an elephant sitting on my chest. So chest problems when he passed. Papa John very much liked his food, he's showing me, and he liked his sweets a lot. Something with
Kayla, bless up. Are you claiming the spirit?
Okay, Kayla, bless up. Are you already claiming the spirit? So if it fits, just put a yes in the comments. Pop it.
That's what she's put in there twice, but not yep.
Yep.
She said yes again.
Yep.
Kayla.
Thank you, Kayla. Poor Kayla. She's probably saying, I said yes a couple of times. You people are slow.
You told me to do.
That's right. I did what you told me to do, and now you're still questioning me. I know. Sorry. There's a lot of people on here, though. I just want to...
She said everything's so, everything fits.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we got it. Okay. What you got for me, Papa John?
But please keep going.
I will keep Joe going. There's several people on here. He is talking about that and I was about to say help take care of him, but then he kind of, it wasn't like you went and took care of him and you changed his diapers and did all of that type of stuff, but you did help support him. You were there making sure he was getting good care. You were there supporting his caregivers. It was really a team effort. And you must have lived close to him, because he shows me you. I've been watching for a while, and you never choose the guys commenting. That's weird. Are you not choosing the guys, honey?
I had a couple, and as I was getting ready to select their names, they no longer scrolled past.
Oh. It's funny, I was just thinking that. I think I had almost all my readings yesterday and today were men. So we don't discriminate. Almost all my readings were men.
I think they're not as patient, so they'll stick around.
Oh, my husband just said that. So what he does is he chooses people that are popping up in the comments. But if they don't pop up for a while, right before I go to grab a spirit, he will choose someone else, because we had a discussion. And I said, honey, stop giving me people that have left my life, because I'm trying to describe a spirit and no one's grabbing them. And it just kind of messes up the vibe. And he said the men aren't as patient. They don't wait around. I'm sure that's not true, gentlemen.
I'm sure it's not.
Because my husband, I'm sure he has the patience of a saint himself.
Most patient person you know.
His nose is skinny.
Kayla.
Okay. Kayla, Miss Kayla, Papa John. Okay, that's so funny, because Papa John is talking about, oh yes, I also had the patience of a saint. But he is just being very facetious. He did not have the patience of a saint. This man wanted things to happen right now. And he very much was someone who was, he's acknowledging he could be a little short-tempered when things didn't happen as quickly as he wanted them to. He says, but it's very sweet, because his family doesn't tend to talk about that. They forgive him of that, and they don't remember him for saying that. They just remember his good. He's like, everyone should have a family that remembers the good and kind of forgets the bad. Because he's saying he definitely had some negative qualities. But don't we all, honey? We all have some negative qualities. He is saying, Kayla, have you been having... He's making my neck hurt. Have you been having some neck problems?
This is for my sister for sure. This is for my sister. Maybe that was for my sister?
Okay. Let's see.
She said this was for my sister for sure.
Okay, so someone said on here that they were having problems finding the Zoom event. So let me fix that real quick. So here's my website. Y'all see my website? Then you're going to click these lines right here. Those lines right there. And then you're going to go to events. Y'all see where it says events? Events. And when you go to events, right here, it says magical moments. That is what you're looking for. And it says the tickets are $25, and then you press join us, and it takes you to where you buy the tickets. Okay, very good. So Kayla, if you want to pass that along to your sister, make sure that first she believes in mediumship, which I do think that she does, and you will just and I think that she would just be happy that her daddy was thinking about her and concerned about her. So, but make sure that she believes in mediumship first before you pass it along. But like I said, your dad is saying that she does. She's just going to be so happy that her daddy thought about her. And Kayla, he's talking about that you have just turned into the little mama of the family. Not that you don't still have your mama around, but you have just very much turned into the caretaker of the family. You're just always checking on people, and you do it without even thinking. He's also saying that you do it intuitively, because someone will pop into your head and you're like, you know what, I should check on them, and you check on them. So make sure that whenever y'all, anyone listening, that when you are feeling called to check on someone, when someone is dropping in your head, that is spirit. Oh, you always calling your mama's crying. Don't you know that is your dad? That is so sweet. And that's your dad, like giving you the prompt, check on your mama, check on your mama. You're very intuitive. And so thank you for honoring that. The more you honor your intuitive ability, the stronger it gets. So thank you for doing that.
Gary, Sister Michelle.
Gary.
So you can see I had his name written down.
Mr. Gary, if you're still on here, I'm about to try and pull up your sister Michelle.
I just saw his name go by.
Mr. Gary. Okay, Michelle is stepping up, and Michelle could be, she's letting me know in this life, a little bossy. So please just confirm or deny if, as I go to describe your sister, if it's her or not. She's also saying that she could kind of be a mama to you, not a full-on mama, but she was always trying to, boss you, take care of you, tell you what to do, give you direction. And she still tries to do that. She just tries to do it now from the spirit world.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's funny because she instantly steps up, and so that's my clairsentience. For those of you who are into mediumship or any kind of reading, she stepped forward, and clairsentiently I thought, oh, this lady was bossy. And then she shows me that was always on you, just trying to get you to do better and do things well, and could just be a little mama to you. You actually still talk to her, which is very good.
Very bossy.
Just the way the majority of people that come to me, that come to my intro to mediumship classes are intuitive, are women. So it's very nice to see, Gary, that you step into that and you own your intuitive abilities. And you talk to your sister, and you still, I hear you kind of chuckling, because sometimes you recognize her voice in your head, and you kind of chuckle that, oh my gosh, she's still trying to boss me. She's dead. She's still trying to boss me. And you kind of laugh about it. So good for you, owning your intuitive abilities and honoring that is your sister coming through. You also have, she's showing me a picture of her accessible to you, that you see quite a bit. And you will talk to it. You will say hi to the picture. You will just tell her about your day. And I think that's beautiful that you still do that. She's also showing me, Gary, that you have been having, it's just relationship issues, but I'm not convinced it's with a partner or with significant other. I'm feeling there's just been some turbulence with other people around you. And it's kind of been bothering you. And this is one of those moments you're like, oh my goodness, I wish I had.
I have a picture of her on my living room. I say hi every time I walk by.
Aww. Thank you for confirming that. So for those of you listening, he says he has a picture of her, and he says hi to her every time he walks by. So this relationship, this issue that you're having, Gary, like I said, I don't feel like it's a significant other she's talking about, but it's an acknowledgement. She can feel that it's bothering you, and it's an acknowledgement that she's around you and she sees what you're going through. And she very much is telling you that it will be okay, that you are doing a good job handling it. And I feel you kind of taking a deep breath to kind of hold back some of the words that you would really like to say. So that takes a lot of strength. Good for you that you are kind of honoring that. You know you shouldn't say something, so you're not doing it. And you're like, yep, I know this wouldn't make it better. I know it wouldn't make it better, but you're really wanting to say something and address the situation. So your sister is saying just how proud she is of you. So here you are, a grown man. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gary. That's tough when that happens. For those of you watching, I'm sure people are listening, watching, whatever you're doing. He said he just stopped talking to a friend he'd been friends with for 18 years. That is tough. You know, it's not friends because we choose them. Sometimes it's harder to cut ties with them than it is family because we choose them and they're our buddies. But your sister is very much acknowledging that she's so proud of you, Gary. You did the right thing. You just exhibited a ton of patience. It just kept getting worse. The situation did. And yes, she's wanting me to like pat you on the shoulder and say, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So thank you, Gary. You did a great job. Your sister did a great job confirming who she was and bringing forward information. And thank you so much for being so good. You were very good about confirming the information. You know what? She is absolutely okay. Sometimes I forget to say that unless the Spirit specifically tells me, tell them I'm okay. Because everyone's spirit, and you know, I know there's people who argue with me, but I brought up people that if I was at the gate of heaven with the book, I don't know that I would have let them in. And that's the reason I say that, you know, Jesus didn't give me the book, because if I was at heaven, I've been like, Jesus, you made a mistake. I don't think this person is supposed to be in here. That's the reason I'm always on people. You can't judge who's going to be in heaven. Everyone I've ever gone looking for has been there. Rapists, murderers, pedophiles, they're all there. And they're all okay because you're walking into a complete love vibration. Your sister is talking about, she just gave me a beautiful vision, Gary, if you're still on. She had me, it was like she was standing here and it was just these waves of love coming over her. And they're like, she was showing me just infiltrating every cell in her body. So that was a beautiful, how do they go to heaven, but also talk to us here? Because heaven is not up there. Heaven is just a different energetic vibration. So to talk to spirits, I raise my vibration and they lower theirs. In my intro to mediumship class, there is a whole section on this, how I talk about the different vibrational levels and which kind of vibration you get to read spirits, what vibration you get to channel, and then once you get to that vibration, then you start kicking in the different clairs, and your different clairs is how you receive information. If anyone's interested, that also is on my website. It's under the school portion of my website, and it's called Intro to Mediumship. Real quick for anyone, because I just saw someone else ask me about the Zoom event coming up. So let me go back. Okay, this is my website, and then you click on, I have brought up the menu, and then you click on events. Once you click on events, there is, so the first thing on the events is a mediumship circle, and then this is what you want right here, magical moments. It is $25, and it is a gallery platform event, and I'm limiting the number of people. All right, I want to thank y'all for joining me on this Friday evening. I want to thank everyone who came. I hope everyone has a blessed weekend. Please be careful, be safe. Can you please explain why a cardinal has been banging in my window for a month now? You know, spirits, I think it's actually funny that they're banging on your window. You might not think it's funny, but it's kind of humorous. It's like your spirit was trying to get the spirit that's doing that on the, I mean, I'm feeling it's a male attached to it, was trying to get your attention. And I see the bird flying back and forth, and you were kind of ignoring the cardinal. So your spirit's like, well, dang it, I want her attention. I'm going to bang on the window. So it is a male spirit that is doing that. That is so funny. I love that. Do you finding dimes, cardinals, or angels? Dimes are a way that spirits, coins. And you know, it's funny because I was joking with spirits one day. I was like, you know, if y'all can leave us dimes and pennies, why can't you leave us $100 bills? And I just got like rolling their eyes, like that is not the way it works. I know. Can we all learn? You know, someone says, can we all learn to talk to spirits? I personally think you can. That's my own personal opinion. I don't think that God would have put certain people on earth and only certain people were gifted with the ability to then talk back to heaven. I just don't think that would be. Now you have to think about it. I've spent tens of thousands on training, and I've also taken thousands of hours of classes, and I've read thousands of spirits. So yes, it takes a lot of practice. It's just like learning to, you're very welcome, sis. I want to thank you again. You're very welcome. Can more than one spirit come forward? Absolutely. I never have a reading where just one spirit comes forward ever. I never do. I think the record of my spirits coming forward in an hour was 12. But let me tell you, they were like boom, 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 boom. And the last 3 came together as a grouping. It was a grandmother who brought forward some grandbabies with her. But they all came forward with each identifying information. So yes, absolutely. How many spirits can you bring through in 30 minutes? You know, it's just according to how much information each one gets. Typically, today I had one 30-minute reading, and in that 30 minutes, 5 came forward. That was a lot. We had there was information coming from each one of them, and the last 2 came forward. They gave identifying information, and it was a quick message. So in the 30 minutes, 5 came forward. Typically, it's about 3. Can someone with a comprehension disability learn? You know, I think everyone can learn. I have a degree, my undergraduate degree is in child development. So I just come at it that really anyone can learn. When I teach my classes, I teach them, there's a PowerPoint, and I talk and we practice. So it's just a way of hitting several different ways of learning. Because some people are going to be good reading it, so I have that covered. Some people are going to be good hearing me talk about it, so I have that covered. And other people will only learn through actually the application of it. So then I take time in class and then outside of class to apply what they've learned. All right, so I think I have answered all of the questions. Okay. All right, looks like I've answered everyone's questions. Thank y'all so much. I hope y'all have a blessed weekend. Happy 4th.